Hey everyone, my name is Brandon and I want to first start off by thanking everyone who watches all of our videos and is so supportive and comments on everything. We would not be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for the people like you who tune in every week for all the content that we make. With that being said, one of the new things that we're going to move forward with is making a Patreon. And what is a Patreon? It's a monthly way to support artists like myself. And basically what we're going to do is set one up so that way if the people who support us will get early access to what we're doing in sight, and it would just be like a way for those who like what we're doing to help us out even more. So one of the big reasons why we want to do a Patreon is because it'll add more revenue to what we have, so that way we can build and get better stuff for filmmaking. So for example, I'm 20 years old now. When I first started doing Punk with a Camera, I was about 17 or 18 when it was first an idea. We didn't start the YouTube channel until about last year. And one of the first cameras we got to use was this Canon T4i Rebel, which I picked up as my first DSLR when I was around 16 years old. It's a very good camera for intros to starters, but what we're using now is Sony A7s. The way that we got that was through backbreaking work of doing multiple jobs that were minimum wage and saving up, and our hope is that we can probably still have to do that to buy all of our gear, but help from our fans so that way we can do it more. And the reasons why upgrading your gear is very important is, well, for example, lights. Whenever we first started using lights, it changed dramatically. One of our most recent advancements was our LED panels, which brought in better color and better textures. The second thing that we ever got was our softboxes, which just better illuminated the room. And the last thing was when we first started getting into lights, for whatever reason, we decided to use tungsten lights because they were cheap. But they're also really friggin' bright and kind of useless in a regular sense. Please turn that off. Oh my God. So, with that being said, another example of how we have since improved our production quality as well as gotten better at everything we do is sound. Another good thing would be this camera right here, camera B, it has no microphone on it. I'm going to switch the audio to it right now. It sounds very grainy. It's not the best when it comes to picking up every bit of sound. You might catch more sound in the foreground than the background. One of the first things that we ever upgraded to was a shotgun microphone, which is this one right here. It goes on top of the camera and it's very unidirectional, and it's very cheap. In fact, this one is about $30. And one of the last improvements that we made to our audio as far as documentaries or any whichever reason that we needed it for was a boom mic, which a lot of people just know because they're, yeah, these things. And where we are now today, switching back to the last bit of audio, is what I have on me right now, which is called a Lav Pack. It's a wireless microphone condenser, which better picks up the sound and what we're using right now to pick everything up. But I think one of the best things that we got overall is help, whether it's from our friends, whether it's from just Casey being great. How are you doing? Been a while. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things. So the question is, why should you even donate to us? Why should you support us in any way, shape, and form? The goal is that we're not gonna stop making videos. We're not gonna stop making videos for money. We're not gonna stop making videos because we get lazy. It's my passion. Filmmaking has been my passion since I was like 10 years old, taking BMX skate videos after school. But the reason why I want to expand further into film is to get better. And so, unfortunately, we live in a world where money controls that. So here are the perks. If you start off with Patreon, as simple as $1 monthly subscription, you'll get instant access to a lot of early content. I will be posting things such as updates on videos, behind the scenes things, videos let out weeks early if they're finished. Tier 2 will range from $5 to $10. And what you get for giving us $5 to $10 a month is any type of small merch. And what small merch entails is buttons, it includes patches, it includes back patches, anything that pretty much isn't a t-shirt. Which, getting on to tier 3, is t-shirts. Pretty much anything over $10. You'll get all of the tiers before and more. I'm not sure if I will make a tier 4. It might be some ridiculous number that nobody's gonna pay, which if you did support us, we would call you every night and tell you how much I love you. That's an example. And it's just a way to like get into the know of what we're doing, because we work with a lot of bands and a lot of people seem to like their music. In fact, this band right here, Apes of the State, we had just released a video with them, and we had actually only spent 2 hours filming the entire thing in Denver, but we didn't release it until 2.5 months later, because we just have a production queue of whenever we decide we're going to let out videos. And on the note of different styles of videos, we've recently been getting outside of our regular DIY sessions, making music videos for bands all over the US, as well as behind-the-scenes videos, but that's not all we want to do. A big thing that we want to do is get into different forms of new media. For example, we have 5 new segments that we're going to start filming that we hope to release monthly. They include anything from It's a Sketch, which is an idea I've had for a very long time, which is going to be 7 to 10 minute episodes of short sketches very similar to something like Robot Chicken or The Whitest Kids You'll Know. Other videos are a little bit more vague, like What's in the Van, as well as Thrasher is for Posers. I'm not going to give too much information on those, but they're going to be hilarious, hopefully hilarious. The whole point of this is it's going to allow us to have more money, so that way we can get better gear, so that way we can go out and do more filming, so that way we can do things such as go on locations that might require rent and it won't be so hard on the wallet, so that way we can go out and get better props or better anything to improve our film quality. And that's the big reason why we're deciding to go with Patreon. And the biggest hope is that more people will get tuned into our videos, more people will be inspired, whether it's in music, filmmaking, whatever, because keep in mind that no matter what you do, you're capable of doing it. I'm a 20-year-old child. I have been told my whole life because of my age that I am not capable of doing things, and I have since proved everyone wrong. And that's not me showboating, that's me saying as long as you work hard, you try at everything you do, things are possible. So my biggest hope is for anyone who watches our videos, who gets into music, who goes to shows, like it inspires you to keep trying, to keep moving forward. Please, if you would like to donate us, do. You don't have to. It's just something that will definitely increase our productivity, our ability to make new segments and things of the such. I've always felt really weird about asking for money. I've always been the type of person to work my ass off to try and get multiple jobs to raise the money to buy what I love, to do what I need, what makes me happy. And I am still capable of working my ass off. The whole point of Patreon is to make it a little bit easier. And that is a big reason why we want to make that. I want to say one last big thank you to everyone who has ever supported us, who has watched our videos, shared it around with your friends. And if you want a way to support us that isn't with a $, it's as simple as tuning in every week. It's as simple as sharing our videos with your friends, and it's simple as being supportive. So, I'm Brandon. I do punk with a camera, as well as my many friends who help me out. And all I want to say is thank you, and hope that our paths cross one day. Good?
Yeah.
Cool. I like to ramble.
You're way better at it than I am.